Commission on Thursday, December the 1st, 2022. Gentlemen, if you would stand with me with the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
See if I could have a roll call, please.
Mr. Gooden,
Present.
Mr. Hill,
Here.
Mr. Merrill,
Here.
Mr. Spindler.
Present. Looks like I don't know who KGS is, but I'm assuming that's
That's
not.
Kelsey.
I'm sorry.
That's Kelsey.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. So Laura's not with us today. And the first items that we have is under new business approval of the meetings from our approval of the minutes from our September meeting. I want to ask if there was any questions about the minutes or anything that we need to amend.
Yeah, I think on the topic about the webpage, I don't remember if we even come up with any type of action items. We're going to be following up and coming back to us with something. Is that discussed? I know we talked about we'd all try to go to the website and find the information about how people can get on the agenda for EDC, but we never did really come to a conclusion on, well, what's the fix? Who's going to do that?
I thought it was
Is it still on the topic that we need to figure out how we should?
Yeah, I made a mistake, but I thought Molly was here during that meeting.
She was.
She was just talking about they were gonna go back and see how they could figure out how to get through this more clearly and how to better define it. I don't know that we'd ever tasked her with anything like that. It was kind of a
Hope she can be
discussion.
here tonight to
Yes.
see if there was any updates. Yeah. We should leave that on the open business for next meeting.
I think we should as well. It should go under an old business, something that's open that we still need to figure out.
Right.
Because I do.
That's important.
Yeah, it is important, as we see in our meetings. I don't know if it's the economy or what's driving it, but participation's been thin this year. And I do believe some of it is that people don't know where to go. Once we go here, we don't know what the next steps are. It would be easier.
We just get asked, how to tell people, give them the
Yeah.
direction.
Where to go.
I don't know what to tell people, other than look on the website. I look to find it, so I'm sure other people will have difficulty.
All right.
So the minutes then, if I'm correct, there wasn't anything missing at this point. So we don't need to worry about amending. Correct? We didn't have a real formal action item from that.
We didn't have a formal action on it, and we did not talk about adding it as a business, but we can today. And I think we should put it on the agendas moving forward until we have some clarity on how this is going to be corrected. Any other questions about the minutes? Can I get a motion, please?
Approve the minutes.
Second?
One second.
Thank you. We can settle. All in favor, please raise your right hand.
Aye.
All right, carries. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then there was the document that was drafted by legal, and this is resolution 22-01, where it established a policy of how we would attend the meetings electronically if we couldn't be here. We all had copies of this sent to us ahead of the meeting. I've got the official document here. I wanted to see if there was any questions, any discussion over this, anything we need to take back to legal before we sign off on this.
I have a short paragraph to be here about
was 72 hours excluding Saturday, Sunday, leave or holidays. What if I woke up this morning and I'm sick?
And I agree with you on that. I think that that's probably a little harsh because I.
Well, just so that everybody's clear,
Sure.
the policy as written is by the statute. So that's written per statute. You can make it stricter. You cannot make it any more lax.
So we can't.
So
make
the
it
Indiana State
more.
you cannot.
So 72 is the shortest amount of time we can allow.
That's correct. And to be perfectly, if you were sick, you would just miss that meeting. We just can't make it. You can make it even more strict. You can't make it less strict. And that's the Indiana legislature that has said that.
Okay. If I could ask a question, I presume
Sure.
that 72-hour notice is so that if we're gonna make the meeting public via a Zoom call, we would need to know.
So
If
So we do that
follow-
anyway. It's
Okay.
truly to know for purposes of a quorum. If you would be taking final action, you would not be able to, if you would not be able to participate, the recording secretary, your legal team would need to know that in regards to those kind of final action items and for purposes of quorum.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
If someone was sick, they could still dial in or attend
just can't vote.
remotely, they just wouldn't be able to vote.
Right.
Because they didn't notify in advance. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right.
That works for me.
Thank you.
Good question, though.
Another question we had, Kelsey, while you're on, is we were trying to find on here, if we're under a pandemic again, where would that fall? Would that fall under that subsection C? Because it just lists illness or medical condition. It doesn't really talk about something such as a pandemic.
Yes. Yes, and again, this is, so this will be going forward from here on out, and this legislation was put in place in response to the pandemic, and giving municipalities this kind of leeway to continue electronic meetings.
Now, Shauna said last time that there was an emergency resolution, pretty much covered all of the councils and commissions. So
That is correct. So that is now ended
Emergency.
whenever the governor stopped, no longer considered us under an emergency. And so now this is what's going to take the place. I believe most of the boards and commissions have already adopted a very similar, if not identical, resolution for their electronic meetings.
Right, but in the event we would have another emergency, then the one that's the blanket resolution would cover all of us again for that, right?
Yes, that's absolutely true. Yes.
Any other questions?
Yeah, under C, I was just thinking of the frequency, it said just no more than 3. Was that based on the other commissions or councils meeting monthly?
That is literally straight from the statute.
Okay, so it wouldn't need to adjust based on our quarterly sessions then.
You could adjust it if you would like to. If you would like to make that more restrictive, you are absolutely more than welcome to do so. But you do not have to. This is exactly as the statute is written.
Okay. Curious.
Anything else?
I did notice that, John, aren't you the vice president?
No, you were.
I can't even keep up with it.
Correct,
So it is correct.
It is correct.
Oh.
I made sure of that. If I gotta sign this, Jerry's next.
I'm glad, yeah,
Yeah.
glad I at least asked.
Anything else?
No, nothing further. I mean, I thought it was a well-drafted document with the questions that we've addressed, and I think it's appropriate. So
All right, so,
I will move that we approve.
okay.
I'll second.
And again, I'm gonna make this pretty easy for us. All those in favor, please raise your right hand.
Aye.
Name, motion carries. Thank you. All right,
course.
Next on the agenda are any comments from the commissioners about any old business we did talk about a few minutes ago, adding to our next agenda. I'm not sure how we're gonna word this, but guidance on how we either reformat or those interested, direction to the EDC page and how they would submit to come before the EDC. It's very kludgy now. So again, I want it on the record that we're gonna add that to our next agenda and talk about that and try and get this cleaned up a little bit. Any other comments about any other business that the EDC needs to take care of? Thank you all. For adjournment, please.
Actually, Mr. Gooden, before you officially adjourn, we also need to pick dates for the 2023 calendar year. We've typically done the first Thursday of each quarter. I don't know if you want to continue on with that schedule. That is what it says on the website. So if that works for everyone, we would just need to approve the dates for 2023.
Do you have those dates in front of you by chance? I don't have a calendar with me. I just do it on my phone, don't I?
Yeah.
I think for this year.
The only quarter that seems like it might be problematic is the July. It's the first,
Does the fourth.
yeah, because of
Holiday,
the fourth holiday. So that's one we probably should pay attention to. It's the first Thursday.
Well, we do January, that's only month.
Yeah.
Beginning of the quarter.
I would think we want to move that one to at least February.
Last year,
I think we've historically done starting in, I'm sorry, in March or April.
Okay.
oh. So March, June. September, December.
Yeah, that would work.
So I guess what we did this year.
Yeah, then we didn't fall into the September holiday in there, September holiday.
Yeah, maybe that was one. That it's Labor Day, but we would not be because it would be on, I presume the 7th of September.
Yeah, we met on the 1st and then the Labor Day was the 5th. You know, the holiday.
So March, June, September, December.
Works for me.
Kelsey, is that okay?
That's absolutely fine. I think that's historically what you've done in the past.
All right, let's stick with that then. You need us to vote on that?
Yes, please.
All right, can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Same as before. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. All opposed, same. Carries. Thank you. Is there anything else that we may be overlooking, Kelsey?
I don't believe so. I think that covers you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate all your help. All right.
Of course.
Adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand, please.
Aye.
Carries. Thank you. I appreciate it, everyone. We all need to sign this document.
Okay.
before we leave, please.
Thanks for having me here.
Went to print it out at home. My printer didn't like